guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bonnie Lempele, and if you're new to this channel, you are most welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I love having you here. So I am here to talk about money, right? Talk about my experiences in terms of money. Please, a disclaimer, please note that this is not a financial advice video or anything for that matter to tell you what to do and what not to do, but I'm just here to share my experiences and how one can learn from them, because we learn with other people's mistakes, right? So I am here to tell you guys how much paying back a loan nearly killed me. Like how I almost died of the money I took and spent and I had to pay it back. Yo, I don't know how painful that thing is. I don't want it anymore. And I'm praying to God that if you really don't need to go to the bank and borrow money, please don't do it. If you really have something that you can pull and you can borrow at least from someone and return that money from someone in a short period of time, please do that. Yeah, the thing's a trap. It's a scam. Yes, it's helpful for the time that you need help, because they'll give you money. Okay, first you go to the bank with your documents for them to check you if you qualify for those for any amount for that matter. Yimiloya, going to the bank, because it was my first time getting a permanent job, and in that time I knew what I needed to do. I needed to fix my mom's house. I needed to fix ekhaya, because imvula ibingena, I didn't have a choice. Imvula ibingena left, right and center, amanzi uthulele, umanzi on the side, phansi and all that. I needed to do something about that. So for me, I would say that I did not rush the process of fixing a car, because that was a much needed thing to do. To see my mom like song a car, imvula ne. We all know what's okay, imvula is coming. Everyone be in a spot to okay, mina. I would look at the spot, ngiyobekela ipoto, ibhakede, ujeke, lana sindlala amathawula and all those things, because sometimes you find that a leak is not in the middle that you can put a container. It will be right at the wall where amanzi falls through, right? So for me, when I got my permanent job, like I didn't have anything else to do but to fix a car. And I really underestimated the building process. I got my permanent job in November. I would give my mom money, like good money, ne? For her, good to be right. Then February, it's my birthday. Obviously, something on top, the cherry on top is coming. The bee, yeah. Then when I had that money, I thought like, double my salary. Mind you, this is not a high paying job. It's just an entry level job. When you need degree or need diploma or need honors, they wanted a person with a grade 12, and it was really an entry level. So it's me with my entry level going to the bank. Ne? I have this money that I got as a bonus, and I have my salary, and I'm living away from home. Only if I was still living at home, also that could have made the situation a little bit better, because I'm away from home, I'm renting where I'm staying, I need to buy myself food, I need to buy myself clothes so that I can look nice in 17. So there's no way to right? So I go to the bank, borrow money, mina, I needed only maybe 40k, and I told myself how much I want to pay, and will I be able to still be able to send money at home for food, and will I still be able to do things that I needed to do where I am staying, and also pay back that loan. Man figure bank, when I get into the bank, ne guys, sorry my Botswana family, I throw in Zulu here and there. So what I'm saying is, when I get into the bank, they're telling me that I qualify more than double the amount that I wanted. I've never been excited like that in my life. Mind you, I've never had like cash that is more than 20,000 in my hand. So now that these people are they are telling me about cash that is more than 80,000. I'm like, how much will I pay? They're telling me they calculate everything. Okay, now when I need to pay back that money, it's okay, it's gonna be too much. Rather, we prolong the duration. We make a period of payment longer. And then I took 60,000. Guys, that was the worst. I don't like 60 anymore. Anything that has 60 on it, I don't like it. My goodness, after taking that money, I didn't even know how much I'm supposed to return to the bank. How much am I supposed to pay back? In my mind, I'm like, I borrowed 60,000. I need to pay 60,000 in this month, and I'm gonna be paying this much. With that much, I was able to do things around. Okay, fine. I'm excited. I go home. We do this project, and like I buy material, I pay builders, and then all that happens. Ekhaya go right, manje, ne? No rain, nothing. It's perfect. Year one goes. Hi. Now, I feel like I've committed myself on something that really hurts me. Trust me, when it was going to year 4, I was dead. I could not do anything because sometimes I feel like I can go back to the bank and borrow more money to pay that debt and focus on the new debt. And I was like, no, man, no. Paying back the money is so painful, more especially money that have interest. I know that there are people who borrows money from Obama Shonis. I don't know if those people understand when you're telling them that this month I'm pressed, can we do it next month? Because the bank does not take that. You make an agreement to go to when you want to pay. It was the hardest times of my life, ne? I would have as the years continues, and I'll continue getting my bonuses. Sometimes I'll feel like taking my bonus to the debt. It's so painful. Don't do it. More especially if you won't finish that loan, ne? I mean, that's what I told myself. I would rather pay kancane than taking my money and put it in the bank, and then it does not finish off or closes off that debt. It's like a drop in the ocean, and akwenzeki next. So for me, it was that until when I was now involved with my husband, like seriously involved. We talked about our debts, and then he told me how to go about in terms of finishing that debt. What is it that I can deprive myself on to get extra cash so that I can throw into that debt. So just to tell you a few about it, what I did to help me finish that debt was they'll deduct money on the day that they're supposed to deduct money. They now add in 1,000 on top of the money that they deducted, so that I am trying to kill the interest, but also I'm not killing myself at the end, because I'm not taking like the entire money that was supposed to do other things and putting it into the loan. So for me, that was the worst experience in terms of borrowing money. No matter how much that money helped me, or no matter how much that money was a need at that time, but truth be told, that thing is a disease on its own. It can kill you. I was depressed from paying that loan. I was very depressed because the interest rate was very high, and I didn't know that I was taking that loan. I didn't even know that I'm supposed to pay that much interest on top of the money that I took, because the money that I had to return to the bank was double the money that was about exactly the money that I took. So if I took 60,000 rands, I was supposed to pay 120, guys. Like, imali engingakaze ngiyibone la esandleni sami, I had to pay that money back into the bank. So as I'm telling this, it still hurts because I know that there are people going through the same things. But what I would like to say is, go there with a bit of knowledge. Go there. Don't just go there because they telling you that you qualify for this much, and then when you want to take all of that much. Go there knowing your plan. Go there knowing how are you going to repay that money, because it's going to be harder than you wanting money from them. So it's basically that, guys, to say I'm here to tell you the story about my life and the money that I took from the bank, and how hard was it to return that money back, and how hard was it to finish that loan. That was the longest period of my life. I don't want to see bank loans anymore. Me going to the bank to borrow cash, then they transfer that cash into my account, I don't want that anymore. Yes, some of the things like buying cars and buying houses, yes, those things I can still do them because they need a little bit of money. So, right. So it's basically that, guys. So please do like this video. Please do comment on the video, and also share with me your experiences in terms of borrowing money into the bank and returning that money. How did you go about? Was it so difficult for you, or it was easy? You accepted the fact that you need to pay this money and you need to keep paying this money. For me, was the fact that I barely, like, unyaka one was the longest for me. Again the following year, like I couldn't take it anymore. So it's basically that, guys. I am still going to make more videos on my experiences and at my 20s with money, because I would have money and I would lose money. What's the tangible thing that I can point to? Okay, with this money, this is what I did, right? So it's basically that, guys. Let me leave it here and do another video. Thank you, guys.